Good morning, welcome back. Last time we have discussed about the major domains of cognition. Today we'll be discussing one of the cognitive disorder, that is delirium. Delirium is an acute confusional state, and the major cognitive domain that is affected is attention, or you can say it is an attentional disorder. And second point to be remembered is that this delirium is an attention deficit which is acute in onset. So it occurs over a short period. So it is acute. It develops over a short period of time, usually hours to few days. Second, it will fluctuate. That is, in the morning and evening there may be change in the behavior, or this cognitive dysfunction is fluctuating over the days. So two cardinal points I mentioned: it is acute in onset. Second is it is fluctuating in course. Hope that point is clear. And third point is there should be usually not only attentional disorder and acute in onset, there is an additional disturbance in the cognition. So in addition to the attentional deficit, there is one more deficit. It can be in the memory, in the language, or visuospatial ability, or the perception. So any of the other cognitive domains which we have discussed can also be affected. So even though these criteria are clear, how to establish it? There is a simple method called the confusion assessment method, that is called CALM. This is mainly for ICU patients, but you can apply it in any sick patient. First feature is acute and fluctuating in course. Second, as mentioned, it is an attentional deficit. And two more features are there. One is sufficient. Either there is an altered consciousness. Altered consciousness means it can be decreased level of consciousness. Level of consciousness is decreased, or the patient may be agitated. So both can be. So patient can have impaired level of consciousness, or patient have got agitation, or patient have disorganized thinking. So thought process leads on to our behavior, so the abnormal behavior will be there, or thinking process is abnormal. So in order to make a diagnosis of delirium clinically, you need 1 and 2 plus either altered level of consciousness or disorganized thinking. Hope this confusion assessment method is a simple method. We can easily apply it in the clinical practice. And just summarize the delirium as per the DSM. A, disturbance in attention and awareness over a short period, an additional disturbance in cognition like memory, disorientation, language, visuospatial ability, or perception. These are not explained on another pre-existing established neurocognitive disorder and do not occur in the context of a severely reduced level of arousal such as coma. And there is evidence from history, physical examination, or laboratory findings that the disturbance is a direct physiological consequence of another medical disorder, substance intoxication or withdrawal. So this is the detailed DSM criteria. So delirium is sometimes called acute confusional state, acute mental status change, altered mental status, brain failure, organic brain syndrome, toxic or metabolic encephalopathy. All these are same. So today we have discussed about delirium. Delirium is a direct consequence of a medical disorder. You have to treat the underlying medical disorder rather than treating the symptoms of delirium.